Hey guys, welcome back to Winebeast, the show. Oh god damn it.
We need one of those things.
Yeah, let's try it again. Fuck. Jeremiah, what are we beasting on tonight?
Well, tonight, Adam, we are drinking the KIM CRAWFORD SAUVIGNON BLANC 2017 vintage, which you can see here, from New Zealand's Marlborough wine region.
I love the way you say Sauvignon Blanc.
What did I say?
Marlborough wine region.
Marlborough.
Why are we having such a hard time tonight? Like, we went like... Okay. Alright. Serious face. Hey guys, welcome back to Winebeast, the wine show hosted by two ordinary guys. My name's Adam, and this is Jeremiah. And what are we beasting on tonight there, Jer?
Tonight we are drinking a KIM CRAWFORD Sauvignon Blanc 2017, New Zealand Marlborough wine region wine. A little background on this wine. Marlborough is New Zealand's main wine growing region and is actually pretty famous for Sauvignon Blanc. Now, a little bit about the grape. It's actually originally from France. With Sauvignon Blanc, you're getting a wine that's fermented in stainless steel fermenting vats, clean, crisp flavor. You're not getting the absorption from a thing like a oak cask or like a French or American oak. That sort of leaves the flavors a little bit cleaner than you would get with like a Chardonnay that has a little bit more butteriness to it. It's gained a lot of popularity since the 1970s, and it would pair really well with a white meat, shellfish, some seafood, a very light, airy, crispy kind of wine.
And on that note, we've actually paired this wine with some spicy Thai food from the restaurant that I have downstairs in my building here. So the coolness of the wine, like we've had this in the freezer for a bit, it's nice and cold, and that crisp acidity is really going to help cut the flavor, the spice of the Thai food. So yeah, let's just have a look at it here. I mean, first impression, you got that light straw kind of color.
You're definitely, like, depending on your olfactory senses, this is a very grapefruity wine. We both sort of agreed.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's give it a little taste.
Yeah. Cheers. So that smell that you get of the grapefruit, I also feel like that comes through in the taste of citrus, and then also stone fruit like peach.
Yeah, peach for sure.
Passion fruit.
Yeah. It tastes like grapefruit juice.
Yeah, it does. And I think
like
that because that's like mentally in our heads that it's gonna, that grapefruit is there, then we're thinking of grapefruit.
So as Adam mentioned, we do have the Thai food here. We'll show you a little side view. We've got some chicken skewers, some
garlic shrimps,
some egg rolls from a shout out Sukhothai out here on the east side in Toronto. Really good pad thai. So I'll try a little bit of the egg roll here with a little bit of the sweet sauce. Take a little bit of that, definitely some spice to that.
There's some chilies in that that sauce. You know, it's like that kind of viscous, like almost like plum sauce, but they got chili flakes in there. A little bit of spice. This cuts right through it
completely. You know, when I first bit in that, you can hit the heat right away. The wine, sip of that wine, cuts right through it. So it's very true with this wine. The spice, the white meats, the shellfish. You know, I honestly could see sitting on a patio eating oysters, drinking this wine. You know what I mean?
Like Thai really is a perfect pairing for this.
Try one of these scrimps.
White meat chicken. You hear the new Kanye album?
I have. So for those who been listening to the Kanye album, I think it's about 7 songs.
Yeah, I hate being bipolar. It's awesome, right?
So we listened to that album. I've been playing it on my Spotify the last couple days. There's definitely some good songs on there. I mean, this is, again, if anyone's been following Kanye West, you know that some stuff's been going on ever since he had that sort of mental breakdown on his tour. The TMZ thing, where he made some comments
I really feel like this album is like the diary of a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's using that. I mean, like creative geniuses really throughout history.
Well,
Van Gogh cutting off his ear.
Yeah, people that tend to be on the extreme of the creative or forefront of change, like societal change, abnormal people that are considered outside the box, typically have these kind of problems, or viewed from society in a different way. You know, having listened to the album, he talks about mental illness in different ways. He also talks about people reaching out to him, like Russell Simmons, and then make some comments about the Me Too movement, because Russell Simmons has had some problems with the Me Too movement regarding allegations. Make some comments about Tristan Thompson, who is Khloe Kardashian's partner, who got into some issues with, being caught on surveillance camera with 2 women.
Shots fired.
So yeah, he's pretty blunt about, and again, that's pretty standard for the course. I don't think that's new with Kanye album. If you listen to Kanye West, if you listen to any of his albums, he's very blunt about everything.
You got to ignite the beef. I mean, it sells records, gets people listening. You know, although supposedly he's buried the hatchet with Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, and I mean, him and Pusha T were sort of caught up in the whole Drake Pusha T thing. But he tweeted the other day, he's like, I just want to love people, I don't want to be involved in these kind of beefs, just squash it, like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So he was sort of on Pusha T's side of things, because Pusha T and him work together. Just leave it alone, don't mess with it anymore. And then anyone who's following that whole beef, you know, Jay Prince sort of told Drake, don't get in the pig pen, stay out of it. After the last diss song that Pusha T did, talking about
I can't keep up with this shit anymore.
With 40 having multiple sclerosis, and talked about Drake's mom, Drake's dad. He took some pretty hefty blows that people were like, it's a little much.
I think at the end of the day, these guys are all like hanging out in the club together. Like, they're all actually friends, and they're just like, what can we do? Stir shit up, get people talking.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them there's probably a few who genuinely hate each other.
But you gotta wonder how much is hype. Album promotion. It's a little ironic that Pusha T's album just came out, and then this whole beef started up. So, you know, and then, I mean, there's so much going on with that, with like Tekashi 6ix9ine and everybody basically against him. Something else that happened recently, as of today, June the 5th, Kate Spade found dead of apparent suicide at 55 in New York City, which, I mean, really don't know much about her. Obviously know the brand really well, and she built it up from just a really closet kind of bag company into a national brand, international brand.
It's pretty shocking because, like I said, you don't usually expect somebody with so much money, like, why would they end their life?
Well,
but again, goes back to what we were just talking about, like mental illness.
Mental illness doesn't play favorites, you know. If you've got it, you've got it.
It doesn't matter whether you're ultra rich or not.
Yeah.
So, definitely sad news for the fashion world.
Yeah, I mean, to her, to that point, I mean, you know, you think someone with that level of financial independence and access to certain networks would have access to mental health resources to help them. But, you know, I think one of the, you know, it's time and time again in the fashion world with Alexander McQueen, did the same thing, probably totally different reasons, but you get a lot of yes people and fake people around you, and it's hard to sometimes keep grounded. And when you've got a problem, sometimes people don't really tell you have a problem because they don't want to upset you because they're riding the gravy train. Who knows what was going on in her case, but, you know, you would hope that that she would have access to networks where people could have helped her, and it's unfortunate that something like that happened, regardless of who you are and whatever. So there always, on that note, you know, for mental health, there always is a resource. There are always people to help you. It doesn't have to end tragically. And
what else is going on lately? Trump stuff. Boy Trump.
President Trump.
What is it now? North Korea thing is back on the table.
Singapore.
Summit's back on the table. Yeah. He yanked it away, and then he just next week, like,
he wants it on his own terms. It's his terms. Yeah. That's the power move, right? Yeah. You don't let someone dictate.
And I think that there's people telling him what to do, because I think like Koreans respect that. They respect the like firm. There's probably something cultural there where it's like, you know, they respect that firm. Nope, it's off the table now. You know, just like that. sticking to his guns. So
Yeah.
who knows? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that but this is like, it's funny because the Trump North Korea thing really is a little bit like a hip hop beef. Like it's almost like the States and North Korea are like, it's just drama. It's just like
West Side,
two
East
little
side.
boys. Yeah, exactly. East Coast, West Coast.
The real Far East.
North Korea, U.S. Exactly.
Yeah. Now,
But yeah, this is
so
really strange.
Who knows where this is going to go? The it's a little. I find the whole thing a little odd in the sense that, a couple months ago, the United States, President Trump, cracking down on North Korea, saying, we've got the biggest nuclear arsenal in the world. Don't let it have to use it. Blah blah blah. A month later, Kim Jong-un, total isolationist society. They're basically shutting it down, saying, want to have talks, want to get rid of our nuclear weapons. You only really know what the media tells you, so you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, how much is real, how much is propaganda. But if it actually means that these countries get along, that have nuclear capabilities, then definitely have that meeting. Enjoy yourself.
I think part of it is this. Kim Jong-un is his dad was a pop culture guy, and he's a pop culture guy. Like, he grew up probably like playing NBA Jam and shit. Like,
he's friends with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it's well known too that his father liked American cartoons and American media, and really, the fact that Trump is this ultimate pop culture figure. He's not just the president. He's also a reality television star. He's also just a pop culture figure from the 80s, from just being super rich and a New York society guy.
Ton of shows.
Exactly. So this is
that.
what it is. This is the allure of it, is he wants to meet with Trump because he's the ultimate pop culture guy. The Kims of North Korea were very they're attracted to that. That's
Yeah, 100%.
Because they are the pop culture figures in their society, right? They're the ultimate celebrity in their society. So they basically want to run with other celebrities, I feel like, and party with other celebrities.
It's a status thing too, right?
But
so as much as there was perceived abrasion between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, we'll see where this summit takes them. Other thing that's going on, really, that's probably relevant to some people, NBA Finals. So we're going into the next game, and we'll see what happens. I mean, LeBron, after that whole debacle with JR and thinking that they were ahead and running out the clock, there's been some interesting banter about the finals and LeBron sort of carrying the team and things like that. But I think the debate will always come back to LeBron versus Jordan. And I heard a funny meme one time. I know you're not really a big basketball guy, but I heard a funny meme one time that said, the day that you hear that someone's stealing LeBrons and getting beat up for the LeBrons, then you can say he's better than Michael Jordan. Meaning, people get robbed for their Jordans all the time, their Air Jordans. No one's getting robbed for their LeBron Nikes or whatever shoes he's making.
It's like Steph Curry ones that look like Costco
the father shoes, the Kirkland,
exactly.
Almost Kirkland-esque shoes.
Yeah.
So we'll see where the NBA.
Who won the Stanley Cup? Is that over now?
Stanley Cup. Don't watch a lot of hockey. Ironically,
it was the Vegas Knights and the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, I wish I could comment on that. I living in Canada, you think stereotypically we're all watching hockey.
No, not at all.
No,
I don't give a shit about that. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Toronto's in it, which would be a goddamn miracle. Then we might jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
but we're okay at basketball. I mean,
basketball,
Raps almost made it, right?
We're almost there. We're always almost there, though we're never quite there.
Yeah.
Fire Dwayne Casey. That's a whole other subject, and it's a sore topic for people from Toronto. But, anyways, guys, we've almost polished off the tie here. We're definitely almost polishing off this bottle. I gotta say, I mean, I don't drink a lot of white wines. I primarily drink reds and primarily drink California Cabs. For a white wine, this is not too bad. I have to say, I could actually see myself enjoying this on a weekend, going out on even to a beach, sitting in the park. This is a nice wine. And pairing it with this spicy Thai, again, you want to go white meat, seafood, something spicy like this that just cuts through. The juxtaposition is actually really nice. So keep that in mind if you're going to do a pairing.
This is a really widely available wine. You can get this at the grocery store in the U.S. It's not hard to find. And I think for like a grocery store wine, it's probably the best of what you're going to find white wine like at the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's actually extremely popular and very widely available. And I think to Jared's point, what this is for, I mean, for me, is actually just for that, like exactly for this kind of thing. Casual Thai food that you ordered in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and we didn't really get into the price. So this was under $20 Canadian. I think it was $16.99 from the LCBO, which is the equivalent of the liquor store here in Canada and Ontario. So, and also this one, now, I don't know much about this award. It won the New World Winery of the Year from Wine Enthusiast in November of 2016.
So Wine Enthusiast, huge publication.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal. Like I said, this is a very mainstream wine. Very common. You'll find it everywhere.
Yeah. 4.1 rating on Vivino, 88% or 88 points on Wine Enthusiast. You know, check it out. We posted this on our Instagram, and we had some comments from people that said, it's not my favorite Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, but you know what?
I'm pleasantly surprised, and I think it's the pairing with the Thai food, to be honest with you. I really think it's just perfect with this. So I guess we should talk about what our rating would be.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, previous episodes we've talked about how we don't want to use like a 100-point scale. We want to use a 5-point scale, no decimal points. I'm looking at Vivino over the weekend, and I feel like we should use half points. Okay. So I'll give you like 4.5 or you know 0.5s, but no like 0.3, no 0.2. So right off the top of your head, what is this out of 5 using, you know, half-star scale?
For everything I know about white wines, you know, and what I'm rating it on is taste, color, smell, and even just the design of the bottle, you know, because you sort of, the first thing, if you don't know about wine, the first thing you're looking at is the bottle, right? And this is a nice, clean, simple bottle.
It reminds me too, I forgot to tell you, or I forgot to mention that this wine I've seen in the ads, they put the little medallion as like a sushi roll, as if like you should, and with chopsticks, like as if you should be pairing this wine with sushi. That is another thing I think that this wine would do really well with, is some fresh sushi, great fish. Again, just like those clean flavors. So, you know, back to the bottle design and that logo and everything. It's recognizable. I've seen this brand over and over again in ads and magazines. It's ubiquitous. It's not quite what I would call like, you know, the like basic of the most basic wines. It's a little because of the price point, but yeah, to your point, it's a recognizable brand now, and they've only been around since 96.
Yeah, 96.
So it's not an old winery at all.
No.
You know, relatively new in the scene, but
check them out.
New Zealand is famous for Sauvignon Blanc.
So rating out of 5 for me. When we're talking about white wine, especially Sauvignon Blanc, I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 5.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I was going to go 3.5.
All right.
Just because I feel like I drink a few more whites than you. I do love whites. I really love like minerality in white wines. Obviously, this is not that, but so I'm a little bit lower on it.
Fair enough.
3.5, you know.
So between the two of us, we're about 3.75.
So aggregate score.
Aggregate,
mean score of 3.75.
All right, guys. Remember, as always, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram, which is our primary social media outlet at the Winebeast Show. Instagram, follow us.
Vivino. We've got the Vivino accounts up and running. If you want to friend us on Vivino and see what we're rating.
Yeah. And we want to hear what you want to hear. What you like. If you've got wines that you want to see reviewed, if you've got wines that you've tried to say, you know, you guys need to try this, we're happy to feature that on the Winebeast Show or feature it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Thanks as always for watching our videos. Like, comment, subscribe, share. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.